Hello everyone, we're at the Decew Falls today at the beginning of our journey.
Yeah, so we made a goal for ourselves for 2021, and that is to cover as many trails as we can in Ontario, and we thought starting on the Bruce Trail near Niagara Falls would be a great place to start.
Yeah, the Bruce Trail actually starts at the beginning of Niagara Falls, but we're not there right now. We're starting in St. Catharines at the Decew Falls, and the reason we are here is because the beginning of the Bruce Trail, we felt like it goes through a lot of, private properties, some of them actually, and a lot of roads. We didn't want to do all of that actually. We want to stay in the woods. We want to stay away from the public. We want to stay, kind of stay in the wild,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so that's the reason why we're here. But we do have a big problem, and that's the weather. It's been raining.
Yeah, so it was raining really hard earlier. It's pretty much gone now, but it's pretty muddy outside, so we're gonna see what we can do, how far we can get.
But the rain stopped now, and people have started coming in. 2 cars just pulled up in front of us. It seems like they're going in.
So let's get started.
All right.
The Morningstar Mill was a flour mill that ran from 1883 to 1933 by Wilson Morningstar, which stretched over 3.6 acres of land. Memories of the mill have been kept alive through early photographs, handwritten logbooks, and letters, and the recollections told by Wilson's 2 grandchildren, Lorna and Donald. But there was more to the mill that we may be aware of. Across the stream, there was an orchard of apples, cherries, pears, and peaches, and a large vegetable garden. There was also a barn, a workshop, and a blacksmith shop where the parking lot now stands. Sadly, Wilson passed away in 1933 after shutting the mill down in 1930. After his passing, his eldest daughter moved back into her parents' home along with her family, where they resided until 1991. The home, the mill, and the contents within were passed on to the city of St. Catharines in 1994. Sadly, the architecture is closed currently due to COVID guidelines, but we look forward to going back to explore everything the land has to offer.
The mud is pretty thick here.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh man, my boots are full of mud right now. There's like a cake on my boots. Yeah, but it's okay, it's not bad. It's a bit slippery, but that's because of the residual ice, which is melting rapidly, by the way.
Yes.
So this is, I don't know, is this a good time to come here?
I wouldn't say it's the best time, but if you like to hike, I would say check it out.
Check it out. Slush, slush, slush. Mud, mud, mud. So we did bring our micro spikes. Are you gonna need them?
Right now I think we're okay, but maybe later on I might put them on.
Oh man, I don't know about you, but I'm slipping everywhere. My boots are not that great, I think. They're definitely not that great, actually. I am all over the place. I may bump into you a few times.
No worries.
Just don't let me fall under. Actually, you know what? On the left of us, that's the escarpment. And it goes all the way down. So if you go down, coming back up is going to be pretty impossible. You're going all the way down. There's no stopping in the middle.
Not today.
While walking along the Bruce Trail from the Morningstar Mill, you would notice a sign that says Laura Secord Legacy Trail. This is the route that Laura took from her home in Niagara-on-the-Lake to the Decew home in Thorold on that fateful date in June 1813. Her important 32-kilometer journey, taken to warn Lieutenant James Fitzgibbon of a planned American attack, spans over land and through a river. Due to her heroic effort, the native warriors, Canadian militia, and British soldiers were able to intercept the Americans at Beaver Dams, which turned the war around and gave us this land that we now know as Canada.
Man, this is an awesome trail, isn't it?
I love it.
Oh man, I love this trail. You guys, you should definitely check this out.
The view is definitely amazing.
Yeah, so worth it. And that's a trail we had to follow all the way. Man, that's amazing. Let's go. You can just run with his micro spikes, huh?
Yeah.
I love them. So we finally made it down into the valley. The hike was awesome. It was just all the way down, so it was pretty easy. It's the going back up, but that's going to be challenging, I think. You want to check it out over there?
200 years later, a bridge was constructed in her memory with a plaque to outline her efforts in the valley below the mill. Contrary to popular belief, the chocolate and ice cream company that we know as Laura Secord was not established by Laura herself, but rather named after her. Laura Secord is also a namesake for many schools. Sadly, many Canadians don't know her history, but rather know the name as a chocolate company.
We just came across this very cool spot. Somebody made a table and a teepee, and they just put a chair there, like a Muskoka chair. And there's a fire pit. But the worst part about this is that people have been coming here and putting their garbage in a box. Just because you put your garbage in a box doesn't make it okay. It's not. Animals are gonna come and they're still gonna take this. So it really doesn't matter if you put it in the garbage or garbage in the box or on the ground. It's the same thing. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
It's nasty.
it is.
Disgusting.
They should just take their garbage with them.
Yeah, take the garbage with you, man. What is this?
If you can bring it here, you can bring it back.
Absolutely. Agreed. forgot the cool swing right there. That's a cool swing. I don't know if the rope slipped down or what happened. It was really low.
Could be a stand-up swing.
I guess it could be a stand-up swing. Do you want to go try?
No.
Going up all the way, it's not easy. It's pretty steep over here. So I'm kind of struggling, but we're taking breaks. We should be able to make it back. It started getting kind of dark. Let's see how it goes. Hey. You okay?
Yeah, but this is the steepest part. After we get over this, we'll be good.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was it.
Okay, so we made it to the top of the hill now. The first part was the steepest. This part wasn't that bad, but we made it. We're almost back at the parking lot. If you want to come check it out, I would recommend it on a day that's not so muddy unless you have some micro spike.
It was not this muddy when we came here, when we were going down actually. Right now it is. And man, it is deep, thick mud.
Yeah.
Take a look. Like, check this out. And there's rocks underneath that make it impossible to walk on with these micro spikes. The thing is, they're caked on with mud. I don't want to take them off yet. So we made it back. So muddy, so slushy, and pretty icy on the steep parts actually.
Yeah.
Don't come here without the micro spikes or crampons or something. Everybody we saw on the steep hills had some kind of, you know, either walking sticks, crampons, micro spikes, or whatever. People that didn't have them weren't going down. The snow is melting really fast though. The ice, when we went down there, it wasn't that muddy, but coming back, so muddy, so muddy.
Yeah.
It was just terrible. You know?
The water's running down the hill, just making it worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like we learned some cool things too about Laura Secord that we didn't know.
Yes, Laura Secord. Oh man, that was such a cool story, right? And it's a part of our history, and we didn't even know about it. And it's so significant.
Yeah.
It's nothing, you know, very minor or small like that. It's very significant, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad we just didn't know about it before. Oh, I thought it was a chocolate company.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right? But man, that's just amazing. You know, the courage and the bravery that it took to do that. You know.
Yeah.
So amazing. It's cool.
Totally.
I can totally respect that. Absolutely. Yeah. But see you next weekend.
Bye guys.
Bye.
So